beloved Anantaji, the release of quote unquote dark matter and cleaning out seems to take forever in me, and I am running out of time. I am running out of time. Run out of this I. Run out of this I instead. You cannot run out of time. Time is running inside you. Time might run out of time one day, but you cannot. And you know what I mean. As long as we keep reinforcing this sense of I, which itself is saying, why am I not done with this I yet? That is the reinforcement coming in the guise of an advisor. Because right now it's done. Then you said, also I feel ashamed that despite taking names from you, I continue to be interested in all forms of spirituality and keep don't believe your next thought only for emergencies. Very sweet. Don't believe your next thought only for emergencies and life or death situations. With love, Vedika. This is good because at least we know that in emergencies or life or death, we run to the truth. You see? And that one which can spot these things cannot truly be stuck in these things. Because if you can see that this is how the play is happening, then you are not constricted by the play. The mind is saying, but this is taking forever, when will it end? But is it really taking forever? It's only been a short amount of time when compared to the time in which all of this conditioning was picked up. And as I've been saying, there are two aspects to freedom. The first is the recognition of what we are, which is always now. You cannot miss it now. And you have recognized this. And the second is the dropping of prior conditioning, which only means all that which I have attached to I am. So if you don't attach now to this I am, the idea that I am running out of time, then you cannot say I'm running out of time. Just let I am remain as I am. Because otherwise, what are we doing? We're cleaning the house. You see, we're throwing it into the garbage can. all the dirt, and then we are emptying it back again into the house. You see, if you throwing out conditioning and bringing it right back in, then it can seem like an endless process. This is the prolongation of the seeming spiritual journey. But the truth is much simpler than that. Because it is actually conditioning which is working so hard to keep itself alive. Every moment it is done for. Just now it is done. Don't attach anything fresh to it. Because when you attach something fresh now, then the prior garbage also comes back. So if you refuse to buy any doubt from the mind, any idea from the mind, nothing even about the past, no idea about how the future should go, then what is left to be done? Even if some energetic release is happening, even about that, if you're not buying a thought about that, then it is nothing. It just feels like some strong sensations which are appearing and disappearing. So what you're saying is, don't believe your next thought is only for emergencies, means when it's like a band-aid which you use in your first aid kit. You see, when something feels hurt, then you take out don't believe your next thought and use it that way. But even this doesn't work, because don't believe your next thought is not a personal strategy. Why does it work? Because there is no bondage and you are the self. The false is not here. The ego does not exist. Nobody is suffering from any sensation appearing even in the body. There is no sufferer of them. The only way you can play as a person right now is by believing your next thought. There is no other way to do it. Therefore, as we remain in this, it feels like, it seems like, we have cut off the oxygen to this non-existent person. Now, if we go back and forth on this, so sometimes we give it oxygen, sometimes we take away the oxygen, sometimes we give it, we take it away. You see? Then the journey of this non-existent person seems to prolong itself. The person comes into satsang. Well, not really. It just seems like it comes into satsang with this idea that I will get something, I will find happiness, I will become peaceful. It expects this garland and a halo at the end of satsang. But what does it find instead? It finds that there is an axe, no garland, no halo, there's an axe. Then says, okay, I think I need a break. जा रहा बेटा ठीक just when the non-existent person's non-existent head is coming on this non-existent guillotine, it wants to run. And it finds any excuse to run. It can be, I'll never get it, or I got it. It can be, I want to focus on my life and sort it out first. On the so-called responsibilities that we are taking care of. It can try and create some confusion in the mind between what different teachers are saying. It can get into a very intellectual mindset. The person, the mind itself can start speaking a lot of words that it heard in satsang. All of this just to avoid the guillotine. And yet, within the Sangha itself, you'll find many who are not believing most of their thoughts now. And you can see that they are not suffering. What other proof do we need? There comes a time where we stop playing games. And when we find then something which smells of truths, then we hang on to it for dear life. All our struggles are personal. All these battles we are fighting are not about you. Satsang is just a response to the holy yearning of God to speak to God, of being to commune with itself. Allow your mind to give up, because it is not your mind which will enjoy your presence. It is not your mind which will recognize the truth of what you are. Allow your mind to give up and allow me to talk to myself. Just now you are free. There is no other time to be free. It's only about now. There is no bondage. Even if the body was in chains, full of painful sensations, you could not be bound. Now you are free. Freedom is your true nature. And clearly some of us are recognizing it. No?